What is up, guys? We're back here for week 3 of the 2024 Boiswego season. I'm joined here by Cheetah and The Skip. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing pretty good.
Heck yeah,
I'm feeling pretty good.
good stuff. Skip, how'd trivia go?
Trivia went pretty well, but lost a gauge. So, yeah, could have gone better. It could have gone better.
Hate to see it. Those landlocked states, man.
The
Gotta know how
landlocked
to enter
states got me. The landlocked states got me. I'll know it for next time.
Kyle, how about you? Any life updates with you and Amr and how you guys are doing in B-Town?
Doing pretty well. Waiting for the next reunion. No updates here. Just going to school. That's about it.
There you go. Yep, October, 18th and 19th? Got it marked
Yeah,
on the calendar.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait. It's going to be a fun weekend when we get
Oh yeah.
all the basketball guys down. So, should be great. All right. We'll start things off here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do we'll do power rankings first. And then we'll do matchup analysis, and then we'll finish it off with a fun game for those that stick around to the end. So give me a second. I'm pulling up Sleeper. It's not loading, not cooperating. All right. So let's go back to last week's games. Well, here, I'll leave it up to you guys. Would you guys rather do matchup analysis going into this next week and then power rankings? Do you think that might be easier, or do you want to look at last week's scores and then?
No, let's do last week first. That way we can move on to the next week after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, is this not cooperating?
If you go to league. There you go.
There we go. Thank you. Sorry. Brains fried. All right. So, why don't we do this? We'll do name off your top. We'll go in sections of like 3 quartiles, tiers of 3. So there will be four tiers of 3 teams. Top tier, second tier, which is playoffs, and then mid and bad. And why don't you guys take turns sharing your top 3 teams? Cole will go with you first.
All right. Number 1 team's pretty easy for me. It's Vaughn. Vaughn's got him just a hell of a team right now. CD, Debo being out, it's gonna hurt him, but he's kind of rolling right now. Honestly, looking at his team, it doesn't scare me that much, but looking at all the points he scored, what can I say? Dude's killing it right now. So he's number 1 for me. Number 2, same division, Dillon division, on top this year apparently. Jordan, he whipped our asses this week. Wasn't even particularly close. Yeah. So he's got a good team.
And he just made a huge trade.
He did make a huge trade. We're gonna have to talk through the implications of that trade later. But yeah, Cooper Kupp being out, it was crazy trade. Cooper Kupp being out is going to hurt him too, but again, I don't think it's going to matter. Especially with all the pieces he just added in that trade, he's probably going to be fine. And now, so the funny thing is, number 3, I was thinking about. I knew you'd ask me this question, and I was thinking about what I would say here. And I know whoever I say for number 3, the other guy's going to be pissed off because that's just who they are as people. And you know who I'm about to say. You know the 2 guys I'm about to say. So I'm going to go, because I've been healing my relationship with this man recently. I'm gonna give the number 3 spot to Wurs, especially because we need the quarters division to have some, life here. So number 3 spot for me gonna be Wurs. Good team. Love the Kamara pickup. Holy crap, he's good. Yeah.
Yep.
I like Evan's team a lot.
Yeah, that Kamara pick, season changer. Wish he was on my team.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Cheetah, what do you think? Top 3.
Well, I don't want to just follow Cole here, but Vaughn and Jordan kind of got it locked up for the number 1 and 2. I was just glancing through their team while Cole was talking, and they're both nasty. I can't lie. They got some solid squads.
Some dogs. Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe Evan for that number 3 spot. But I just don't think his team's healthy enough yet. He'll be good here soon, but when it comes to like power rankings, I just don't think he's quite there yet. And I hate
Yeah.
to do it, but I'm gonna say it. Cheetah and the Skip, number 3.
There we go.
There you go.
What can I say? We're battling through some injuries. We're in a rough part of the season, but it's turning around after this week, and we're gonna be coming back. And power rankings right now, not the last 2 weeks. Number 3, baby.
Yeah, so I guess that's a good intersection to take a break for a second. Talk about where you guys are at, because as you guys know, I always like to interview the respective managers about their teams. So what was going through your guys' mind last Thursday when Cook dropped 28.5 on Thursday night?
I was like, I can't wait to get on this podcast.
Yeah, I was feeling good.
I was like, we're about to smash Jordan and then start the amazing win streak. It's gonna be great.
So what do you guys think kind of went wrong? Is it just, I mean, obviously it's hard to beat 150 points, but
They
guys
came
are
around. AR
yeah.
did not perform. That was pretty upset. Michael Pittman's apparently wide receiver number 3 this year, so that's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, those were
Yeah.
the 2 real pains.
The
Yeah,
Colts collapse was probably
yeah, the Colts
the
are just
worst.
bad.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
Colts
real
collapse was
issue.
bad for us.
I was pretty
Um,
convinced the Colts were going to be good.
Me too. At least their offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they haven't been up to this point. And then, dude, why does Pacheco have to be out 6 to 8 weeks, man? He was looking like such a good pick.
Oh, it was a
I
great
mean,
pick.
15 points, 16 points, and then out 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big
that
problem.
hurts. That's painful.
Yeah, we made the right pickups on the waiver wire today, so we're gonna be fine. We're gonna come back from it, but yeah, that blows. It
Yeah,
blows. I'm not
that
gonna
was
lie.
pretty tragic.
Yeah,
Let's see who all got picked up today. Who'd you guys get?
we got Pirine and Hunt, which I think they will be the pass catching options on that team. I don't know which one, but one of them will be. And then
Yeah.
I think Wurs picked up
Yeah, he
Carson
picked up
Steele.
Steele.
Yeah,
He's
He
which
got
convinced he's
Steele.
going to be the main
he was
man, but I don't know about that.
he was our third option just because I think they're going to be passing the ball more with Pacheco out, so I'd rather have a pass catcher, but obviously Steele probably be pretty good too, just because they love him. But
I'm surprised Kyle didn't make sure Steele was one, given that he's from the same
Greenwood kid.
town.
Yeah, I do like Steele, but I don't think they're going to trust him. If he fumbles again, I think he's going to be seeing a whole lot less of the field. So
I agree with that completely.
Yeah, the fumble was a little worrisome for sure.
They put him back out there, but
yeah,
I don't know, one more, and then I don't know if he's coming back right out there.
Yeah, Sunday will be a lot more telling, I think, of what's to come with that backfield. So, I mean, I guess relative to your Colts, how do you think these two guys are stacking up against Pittman? Do you guys really think Pittman's wide receiver 3, or do you think it was just a bad week? Or, I mean, Downs is coming back this week.
Pierce might be number 1. I can't lie. I didn't think it was going to keep happening, but it's 2 for 2 weeks that he's looking like the main target, and Pittman is not looking good. So,
yeah,
I don't know. It's tough to say.
Yeah,
I think that a lot of Pierce's they were taking away Michael Pittman. They probably game planned for Michael Pittman, so then Pierce was wide open. I think it'll correct. I'm not really worried about Michael Pittman. He'll be fine as long as the offense doesn't keep struggling the way it did, which honestly, I don't know. But I think it'll be all right. I think Pittman's still the guy in Indy. So
yeah. I mean, we saw AR's like capability in week 1. I mean, he's gonna pop off for some huge weeks still. I don't think there's a reason to get too worried about it. And he'll bounce back, but it is crazy. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. Normally, I know that some head coaches like to keep their starting quarterback close to the vest, because the advantage that comes with it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Steve and Boone, I am not playing AR against that damn Bears defense. It's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't think we could do it. Jaden Daniels has looked really good. Cincinnati defense looked whatever. They're probably going to be down big. Jaden Daniels is going to be chucking the ball. We're probably playing Jaden Daniels this week.
Yeah, Daniels has looked pretty good. Him and AR are pretty similar in
Yeah.
my
Well, but
opinion, that they both
Daniels has
run.
been running the ball a lot, and AR
Right.
this season really hasn't, which makes sense because he got hurt last year. But I'm going to take the guy who's running the damn ball. Like I want
Yeah.
that guy on my team. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that's what we're gonna do for now. But
Yeah. Back to P Ryan. You guys paid $5 for him. Are you under the interpretation that Fob's not real, or just had to go get your guy, or what? You think
I
he's
mean,
going to be the top
Hey, check what
dogs?
the other bid was first. Let me
it
see.
was $2 was the other bid.
Steven.
Hey, we
Nabbed
get
him
So I
from
mean,
Steven.
a little bit of
yeah,
insurance plan.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think P Ryan will be the pass catcher, so we'll take those PPR points where we can get them.
Yeah. Just want to give a shout out to Alec Pierce again, Glenbard West's finest. We beat Oswego, beat them in the playoffs my sophomore year. So
Wow.
Spence was on the team
All
playing
right.
Pierce.
All right, Spence. Okay.
Kind of cool.
That's
All right.
dope.
So let's see, where were we? I guess I'll ask you more questions about your team kind of at the end too, but we'll get back to the power rankings. So you guys gave your top 3 teams. Who's 4, 5, and 6 for you guys? Skip.
Yeah, I mean, I alluded to it earlier. I got Ethan 4.
Yeah.
He scored a shit ton of points. He must have just gotten really unlucky one week. Did he lose? What
Well,
week did
he
lose?
lost like I think 139 to 133 against Evan in week 1.
Okay. Yeah, so that's why I had Warriors ranked above him. I mean, head to head, it matters. That's all I'm gonna
Right.
say. So don't get butthurt, Ethan. Sorry, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna have him 4. And then I don't know, I guess I have to put Brady at 5. I think Brady's got a decent team. Saquon is just so good, and Nico looks like a beast. Like he
Kenneth's
truly
hurt.
looks like a beast. Yeah, Kenneth is hurt, but he'll come back soon. He's got Charbonnet, so and then Pickens. Pickens looks like just a completely different animal out there this year. He didn't do much this past week, but that's because the Steelers offense didn't have
I
to do
like
much to beat
JMO a
the
lot.
Broncos. Yeah, JMO could be the steal of the draft, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. So I'd have Ethan 4, Brady 5, and then
I find hold on, I find it interesting that Brady played he caved into the criticism everybody's giving him, and he played Charbonnet while was Kenneth out last game, or
yeah, Kenneth was out.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
Kenneth started the game and then got called out. Oh, okay.
No.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
so
Then.
that was
a
a good play by Beatty. But yeah, and I think Eckler is actually pretty decent, even though he only got, what was it, 2 carries?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so Brady gonna be 5, and then I'll put my man Lem 6.
Okay. Well, I'm getting some love after
Yeah.
Evan and Drew shit on him last week.
Yeah, I mean Ridley he looked really good last week. So I think he can play him off the bench. He's still got Evan
he didn't
Ingram.
even play him.
I know.
And he
Demarcus
put up a good
Robinson.
amount of points. Yeah.
He did. Demarcus Robinson will be good now that every single Rams player is hurt. So
Right.
yeah, I think he's got a pretty good team looking forward.
Nice. Ingram was out, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Cheetah. Who do you got at 4? I'm guessing Evan, because you kind of said he was around there before.
Yeah, I'm taking Evan at 4. He's got a good squad. He's put up some crazy numbers both weeks. I think he's been around 130 both times.
Yep.
And then I'm probably going Brady, kind of similar to Cole there. I think Brady's got a better team than Ethan, honestly, even though Ethan did go crazy this week. But
Yeah, Ethan had the big Kyler week.
yeah, I was gonna say that's not gonna happen every week. There's no chance.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We got it. All right, that was 6. Yeah, you want to do 7, 8, 9?
Oh yeah, no, I'm chilling. Cole, you go ahead again.
All right.
I was saying I had one more, but nah, you're good.
All right, I wanted to rank this team 6, but I couldn't because you can't rank an 0-2 team in the top half of the league. But Cheetah and the Skip are way better than their record shows. I don't care what anyone says. People were sucking our, over the draft. Okay, yeah, we've had some bad luck, and Pacheco, the injury hurts a lot, but we're gonna be fine. We drafted knowing that this could happen. We drafted prepared this year. We're good to go. We got 2 good quarterbacks when they decide to play. And we got Brian Thomas on the bench. Jalen Polk is about to go off for the Patriots. We're gonna be fine. I got us at 7.
Yeah,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, I mean that's all
I
really all
was
I gotta say.
I was gonna say, are you guys worried at all about Zamir White, or is he just kind of a backup to you anyway?
Not this week because he plays the Panthers,
Yeah,
but in the
good
future
matchup.
it'll be interesting to see what he does. So it's just because Madison has had so much
Yeah,
work, but this week I'm not worried about Zamir.
maybe he'll get some momentum from this week if he has a
Yeah,
big week.
exactly.
But
So that's my 7. Um, I guess I'm gonna put you at 8 just because you have got some
bounce back.
stars on your team. I mean your starting quarterback options are um pretty abysmal. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
You started Justin Fields. Granted, he's looked really good this season, like very good, but he also isn't asked to do much. So
right,
like you're probably not gonna get a lot out of him because I mean the Steelers offense is literally just trying to put up like 13 points a game and just come out of there with a 13-6 win every week because our defense is so good.
right.
So I don't know if but you got Kirko, I guess, Kirko Chains. So I'll
Yeah,
put you 8. And then I'm gonna put um my man Jim at 9.
Jim.
Dak's gonna bounce back. Brees Hall looks incredible. Um, I think Jalen Waddle will be better with a guy like Tyler Huntley just because he'll throw it closer to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he's got a
McBride
good
was
team.
good.
Yeah, yeah, McBride is good. Najee is behind a decent offensive line for the first time in his career. So yeah, I think he's gonna be my 9.
What Warren do? Oh, Mooney had a big game.
Mooney did have a big game.
What did
Uh,
Jasicki had? Jim's deep. He's still got
Yeah,
Higgins. He's
yeah.
very deep.
Jim has a good team.
Jim
He,
has probably the deepest team.
I would say that he's gonna be higher than 9 in future power rankings.
Yeah. He's just got a lot of tough decisions to make
He
starting every
does.
week.
He does. If he plays the matchups right, he'll be fine.
I was gonna ask you what's Jalen Warren been doing? I haven't been keeping tabs on
So
him.
he was hurt preseason. He barely played week 1. He played a little bit week 2.
So
Arthur
he's
Smith is an
back.
interesting fella, so I don't know what they're gonna do with Jalen Warren.
Yeah. All right, Cheetah. What do you think? 7, 8, 9.
I didn't realize Jim had such a good team. I might put him at the 7 spot after you just pulled it up. I don't know if I've looked at his team in a minute, but this team's pretty solid all the way around, especially if he gets hit with some injuries. I mean, he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I mean, he puts like Olave or somebody in for Coleman, and he's got a lot more points last week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
So yeah, I'll put him at the 7. Who we still got here? Did I get Lemon in my last round? I kind of forget.
yeah, you did. He was, I
Yeah,
think,
okay, he was our last guy then.
yeah.
I think Ethan's up next for the 10 spot. I was
No,
I
you had
I
Ethan.
thought Ethan, I thought I faded him. No.
You had Ethan. I think you went or no, you went Evan Brady. You
Yeah, I
went
didn't put
Evan.
Yeah,
Ethan.
Lem. Yeah, you haven't put Ethan in or
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
I mentioned him, but I said I
yeah.
didn't think he was as good as Cole was putting it. I just said that was an off week.
Yeah.
So Ethan's your
So
8.
Ethan's at my 8. And then I can't lie, it's kind of a bunch of bums. Oh, I like Steven, maybe Steven Watts.
Steve Watts, yeah.
Steve Watts, yeah. Sorry, I get
And Boone, Stephen Boone.
the
Yeah, DK had a big week last week.
uh,
That's your 9. There's Drew too, me. Who else?
AJ, I'm putting you at the 9. Sorry, Steve.
All right, I'll take
That's
the
what I
9.
had up there.
All right. Cole, 10, 11, and 12.
All right, 10, 11, 12. 10, I'm gonna go Steve and Boone. I really like their team. It looks like they've had some pretty bad luck, but the the Raheem Mostert fall off has been real for them. But and
Yeah.
Jigba on the bench will be good. Jacoby's always good. They've got pieces I like, and CJ Stroud is good. So I'm gonna put them 10. Or yeah, and then I don't really love Steven's team, if I'm being honest. Like, nothing against Steven. I just don't really like his team.
Hmm.
Shaheed though, good
Beast.
pick.
You
Ken
didn't
Walker
even
when he
start
comes
him
back.
last week.
I know. Ken Walker when he comes back is gonna be fine. But like, I don't like Garrett Wilson. I don't think he's like the guy. Gus Edwards is behind JK. ETN, I like ETN, but he's on a bad offense. Joe Burrow, you guys know my feelings about Joe Burrow. So yeah, I'm not worried about Joe Burrow. Yeah, so that's my 1 through 11.
What do you
Oh,
think
there's
of?
another team in here. Oh shoot. Oh, I didn't even notice this.
You missed.
This
You
this
missed.
loser back here, I guess. Oh crap. What's it? Drew? Is that
You
his name?
missed
Oh,
Drew.
Drew. Drew. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't really care. What this guy's team is. Yeah. Forgot he existed. Honestly, wasn't really worried about him. So, all right, on to you, Kyle.
Cheetah.
Steven, and then putting Drew at the last spot.
Wow. So Drew pretty much gets a full 180 from last week, where Evan and himself, Drew,
Yeah,
ranked Drew as a top 2 team. He now gets the 12 spot. So
Listen,
I
I'm gonna put it this way. One, he's got Greg Dulcich in his flex spot, which is like, what are you doing, man? Come on, seriously. And two, what did we ever do to Drew to deserve what happened on last week's episode? I don't know. I've never said anything bad about Drew, but I will now. I will now.
yeah.
Love you, Drew, outside of
Yeah.
fantasy football,
This
but
is not the
in
first time the 1 seed has fallen all the way to the last seed in
yeah,
about a week. So
in the context of this league, I hope your team all score 0 points for the rest of the league. So
Wow.
yeah.
So seems like Drew ignited some flames last week on the episode and stoked a little bit of a rivalry. So
He may have. He may have.
I don't know what week you guys are playing, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
It'll be a fun week, I can tell you that.
Awesome. All right. Week 3. Let's do some matchup analysis. Let's see. I was gonna make the game of the week you guys versus Steve and Boone, because you're both 0-2 and kind of in desperate need of a win. So we'll do that one last. And then other than that, we'll go in chronological order. So start with me and Evan. What do you guys think?
Man, quarterback matchup for the never ages. Wow. I mean, actually, I take that back. I actually think Caleb Williams will probably have a decent week this week because sorry, cover your ears, Cheetah. The Colts defense is awful. They suck so bad. They're so bad. So I think Caleb probably has a decent week. Um, now I'll let you talk now, Cheetah. Sorry.
Not having a decent week because I require him to be at least as good as our defense, and I'm not seeing that out of him. And that's not necessarily me saying our defense is good.
Oh, that's a shot right there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even really defend the play other than our O-line is just bad. So, but I'm trusting Caleb to bounce back at some point. I'm just gonna hope that it's this week, I guess. Kyle, what do you think of the running back matchup?
Kamara's been crazy, so I mean it's kind of tough.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a little scared there. Sneak White's been pretty good too.
Yeah, he's been solid.
He's kind of like I would compare Sneak and Pacheco. I guess he had a bad week last week, but
Yeah, I don't think he did much, but
I expect him to be better.
yeah, I think he'll be better than that.
Cole, wide receivers and flex.
I mean, it's hard to. One of my favorite wide receivers in the league is Devonta Smith. So
Schmitty, Waffle House.
So that's gonna be like, I don't know. I going into the year, give me Wurz's receivers 100%, but like Cheetah without Tua, like I don't know. Drake London did look good. I'll give him that. And Zay Flowers he's the only
He's
guy on
good.
the team, it seems like.
Yeah, he's
So
solid.
I'd say it's pretty even, but Marv looked really good last week, and Devonta Smith is my guy. So I'll probably give the slight edge to you on that one.
Nice. Tight end.
I think you're in trouble on that one. I can't lie. Kelsey put up like a couple points last week, couple points the week before. He
I
might
know
be,
he's been a goose egg.
Yeah,
yeah.
he might be washed.
It's been all season.
He might be, yeah. Yeah.
Likely had a bad week last week, and he quadrupled Kelsey's score. So
Very true.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that could be an issue.
Kelsey's been gallivanting all around the world. He needs to
Yes.
learn to play football. All right. Who you guys got in the matchup?
Take words in this one.
I want to take Warriors really bad because I really like his team, but the matchups that you have, Caleb Williams, I think he throws his first touchdown this week. Maserati Marv, man, he's him. I'm gonna go AJ by a little. Go AJ by a little. This honestly, genuinely might be one of the best matchups of the week, in my opinion. But
yeah, it should be close, should be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Always a fun time going up against you. All right, next one. Brady and Lem. What's up?
You guys have any idea when Love's coming back?
like 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, because Wurs has Love on his team, right?
He's
Oh,
on
yeah,
his
he does.
IR.
Yeah.
He plays with his QB.
All right. Cheetah quarterback matchup. What are we thinking?
Honestly, it's a tough question. They're pretty close.
Hurts had 23 last week. Mahomes has been struggling a little bit.
It hasn't been great, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming one of these he'll bounce back. But yeah, I guess just Hurts since he's been doing solid. He could probably run into the end zone at least once.
Right.
Maybe get a little more tush push action going again.
Right. Yeah, the thing that makes this interesting in this matchup is Hurts and his counterpart Barkley, but they're on opposite teams. Cole, what do you think of the running backs here, especially with Saquon opposite Hurts?
Yeah, I mean, Saquon can't catch a ball. What can I say? So I don't think it'll hurt. I don't think it'll hurt Lem too bad. I'm gonna have to give the running back to Lem here just because I don't like the Singletary plays Cleveland, but he's a better running back than Charbonnet. Charbonnet looks slow, very slow. I mean, he fell into the end zone last week, but he looks awful. So I'm gonna have to give it to Lem here, even though Saquon has looked pretty good recently.
Pretty interesting wide receiver matchup. You got one of the hottest wide receivers in the league versus the best wide receiver in the league, in my opinion. Cheetah, what are we thinking? J-Mo's been hot. Moore's been underwhelming with Caleb at quarterback.
The difference in this wide receiver twos is gonna have to send it. Or wait, who's on the left side? Honestly, I don't even know.
Jameson Williams.
No, I mean like whose team is that?
Brady.
Brady. I think I'm gonna have to give the wide receiver matchup to Brady. I mean Pickens looking like he's gonna be solid this year. Jefferson, I mean he's solid, but I just think J-Mo's so much better than Moore. And
Yeah.
Pickens has been so solid that I'm gonna go with him.
Yep. I have to agree. I like it. But it'll be interesting to see what D-Rob does too, because he's probably wide receiver 1. So
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think I'd give the edge to Brady too. And then tight ends, Cole, what do you think?
I mean, if Ingram's back, I love Ingram. Huge Ingram guy. So I would probably. What did Andrews do? I mean, I guess he bounced back. 5 targets, 4 receptions. I don't know. Andrews is always just like he could always go off. I think it's pretty even. Ingram last year was like the most consistent tight end. Mark Andrews is. I mean, he's Mandrews. I don't know. So it's pretty even, I'd say, if Ingram plays.
Yeah, I think Ingram was he tight end like 3 last year or
I
something?
think he was top 3, I think.
So surprised Brady doesn't go with Baker. Baker's been shining.
Against Denver too. That's surprising. I guess when you have Patrick Mahomes, it's hard,
You
but
can't bench Mahomes,
yeah,
especially when you keep him. But
yeah.
Baker's making a case.
Baker looks pretty good. Vaughn,
He
if I
looks
was you, I'd be
very
pretty
good.
excited. I'd be
Yeah.
begging Ethan to make a trade again or make a bet again.
Yeah, now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask, who do you guys got winning? Cheetah, who you got?
On this one, I'm gonna have to take Lem.
Okay, Lem's getting the win. You think the star power and Hertz and Gibbs and Jettas gets him there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he has a little bit better wide receivers, but I think the other guys will be able to carry him through it.
Yeah. Cole?
What we didn't mention was the kicker matchup down here.
Yeah, they got a
Who
hot
against
matchup. I can't even
Aubrey?
lie.
Man, what a matchup that's gonna be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm probably gonna pick Lem here by a little bit. Again, I love Nico, I love Jameson, I love Pickens, obviously, but I don't know. I think Lem could sneak one out here.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Next one, we got K1 sauce versus receding hairline. Cole, what do you think? Kyler versus Lamar.
I mean, what a matchup! Wow.
Yeah.
Kyler looked incredible last week. Like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, incredible last week.
Yeah,
So,
you did.
you guys know I don't like Lamar. But he runs a lot and he's looked pretty good this season. Cowboys is a scary matchup. I think Trayvon Diggs gets his first pick this week,
Wow.
but I still think Lamar scores more than Kyler.
Lamar got a pick last week.
I
So
think, yeah, I think that that Kyler's going to be really good this season, but I think Detroit's going to be pissed off and they're going to go after him. So I'm going to pick Lamar on that one.
nice. All right, Kyle. Hot hand Mason versus your boy JT and King Henry versus Pollard. How do we think? Tone Capone? What do we think about the running backs?
I think this will be a big week for Taylor. We're gonna be running the ball a lot, especially late in the game. And then Pollard's looked good both weeks. I can't lie; he's put up solid fantasy points each time.
Yeah, he
So
has.
I'm gonna say he's been looking good. I mean, Henry's still Derrick Henry, so I mean, I think he's still got some solid bags. Mason, I mean, he's good. I guess I don't know. I mean, he looks good.
Yeah, he
Never
does
heard
look
of him
good.
until a little bit ago, but he's solid. So I'm still give that one the ball.
Nice. Skip. Wide receivers.
I mean, so I'm looking, he's going to have to take Debo out. So
Yeah.
Godwin will move up into that spot, and then I'm assuming if he's smart, he'll put Swift in because the Colts' rush defense has been so bad. But I guess
Yeah,
he's got
except
Tank Dell too.
Swift's been awful. The Bears gotta get
Yeah,
the
he
run
has.
game going. He's
But he
got
also
Tank too.
he does have Tank. So I'm gonna give it to Vaughn here
That'll be
solely
interesting to see what he does.
because I love Rasheed Rice, but when you go CD and Surtain's gonna be on Mike Evans probably, so Godwin's probably gonna go off. So Lamb, Godwin, and Tank Dell. I mean, I can't pick against that. So
Yeah. And then Cheetah, Bowers versus Henry. Two guys that I think are number one and number two tight ends right now. The
uh,
tight end matchup is actually pretty crazy.
I think I'm going Bowers. I can't lie.
yeah,
He
I would
seems
too.
like the real deal. Yeah, both weeks he's looked good. So
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like a beast. He might be the best rookie tight end. Like Laporta was really good last year, but he's on a bad team, so it's pretty crazy what he's doing.
Yeah.
Kickers, we got Hertz Tax versus this guy that was killing us last week. How many points
Yeah,
did he have?
Kaimi.
22.
Yeah.
He hit 4 50-yarders, I think, or three, but almost the fourth one I think was close. So,
Yeah, he was good.
all right, who do you guys give the edge to here?
I'm giving it to Vaughn.
On
Yeah, I mean, I've ranked Vaughn #1 for a reason.
Yeah,
He's
Right.
got a good team. I
honestly,
don't know
I
what
think
else to
we picked
say.
all his positions too, so it'd be kind of wild to turn back now.
Yeah,
Right.
he's got a good team. So I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with Vaughn.
I think if you guys weren't if you guys and Stephen Boone weren't both 0-2 and it wasn't just such a high pressured game, I think this would be have the makings of game of the week just from a sheer like how many points both these teams have scored the first 2 weeks. It should be a very high scoring matchup.
For sure. For sure.
So,
All right, next game we've got Steven and Jim. Kyle, what do you think about the quarterbacks? Burrow versus Prescott. We know Skip hates Burrow, and we know Skip took Prescott for most interceptions last year, which didn't happen.
I did. Well, no, I had his over 10.5 and it hit, I think, by like 1.
Oh, it did hit?
Yeah, or no, he threw his 11th in the playoffs, so it didn't hit,
Oh, okay.
but he
You're
still
the
got it.
I was gonna say you've been awfully hot of late.
Yeah,
So what happened last year doesn't matter anyway.
that's
But
true.
all right, Cheetah, what do you think?
I'm gonna give it to Jim here. I think Prescott's gonna have a good week this week, and Burrow looked good last week, but can't lie, I'm not really convinced on Joe Burrow anymore. He doesn't really seem like he's got it as much.
He kind of lost his aura.
Yeah, he doesn't really have that same like swagger. He's got the new hair color too. I don't think that's helping him in any ways.
Yeah. All right. Round one goes to Jim. Skippy, what are we thinking? Running backs.
I mean, it's crazy. These are some good running backs. I like Brees a ton, but against New England defense is always good. If Kenneth Walker plays, it's Steven easily. I love Najee. He's the only guy whose jersey I own. He's my guy. But against a Harbaugh defense, I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to Steven.
Nice. All right. Steven takes round two. Kyle, what do you think about the receivers here? We've got Waddle, who was a little underwhelming last week. He's got the backup quarterback. We've got Olave. So Jim puts Olave back into the starting lineup. He had 12 points, but he seems like he might be kind of behind Shaheed now, maybe.
I think
Who
so.
is on the other side, interesting enough. And then Cooper struggled a little bit last week. I don't know. What do you think? What
I
are we
think
thinking?
Cooper's had 2 bad weeks, but
Yeah,
Waddle's a big question mark right now, especially like Tyreek's going to get a lot of those passes, and then how much are they going to be passing with this new quarterback? So how much really like chances is Waddle going to have this week? It's
right.
tough. Um, but I don't know what's up with Cooper, but how do you do the week 1?
He got 3 points, 3 and 4. So he's been
Three
bad.
and four. So yeah, he's been bad all around.
I'm surprised Steven doesn't have Reed in, but he's questionable.
Well, it's Malik Willis too. You gotta
Oh
look
yeah,
at
that's
Malik.
true.
For right now, I think I'm going to give this one to Jim, but I don't know. Waddle's kind of scary just with what's going on.
Yeah, B Rob's been good too
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't seeing him down there, but
for flex.
that is a good flex. Oh, he's got a lot of good running backs.
Yeah, does he have anybody? Yeah, we used the team that we said was so deep, and then yeah, he's got Hall and Najee, so
Yeah.
he's very deep. All right, round three goes to Jim, and then Cole. What do we think about the tight ends and special teams and stuff?
I mean, this is Laporta's bounce back week. He plays Arizona, bad defense. I mean,
Yeah, they're playing each other.
yeah. So I'm gonna lean Sam Laporta, even though Trey McBride's looked way better. I think Laporta gets into the end zone this week, has a good week. I hope not, because I really like Amon-Ra St. Brown to do something. Uh, we'll
Hmm.
get to that later. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna lead Laporta just a little bit, but and then I don't like Jake Moody. He's a cheater. He was on a cheating team. Screw you, Jake Moody. You suck. So Blake Groupie. Give me Blake Groupie. And then also the Cleveland defense plays the Giants. I mean, that's not even fair. That's pretty yikes. So I'm gonna give all that to Steven, I think.
There you go. Steven takes round 4. All right, who do you guys got winning the whole game? Cheetah.
Let's stick with Jim. Had them
Gotta
both
go with
teams.
Jim all the way. Yep.
That's the whole team.
Nice.
And I guess
Skippy?
I gotta stick with Steven. I had him all the way down the list, and I think Burrow has a better week against Washington. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
giving
go
Burrow
with
some
Steven.
love.
But I'll
Some
be
rare.
rooting for Jim. I'm always rooting for Jim.
Gotta root for Jim. Absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, Steven 0-2, he's got to get off the schneid. Big game for him. And if Jim can squeak out a win this week, he's looking good for, good start for a playoff run. So big game. All right. Second to last game. Drew Brown, your guys' favorite person, favorite team, versus Jordan, who I think you guys had as power rank 2. Skip, quarterback matchup.
This one's pretty easy. Give me Josh Allen. I mean, jeez.
All right, quick, easy enough. Cheetah, running backs. Mondre's coming off a huge game.
Yeah, Stevenson has 2 good weeks now. I can't lie. Mixon looked real good against us, but I'm not really
He
sure.
got hurt last week.
Yeah.
Bears D was good too.
Yeah, didn't do great that week.
He's playing Minnesota though, so I don't think their defense is crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
This A-Chain's been nuts.
Yeah, he's been nuts. I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Drew, just because A-Chan's been crazy. I mean, he can go for it, especially because I think they're gonna be running the ball a lot this week.
Yeah, without Tua, they probably will be. You're right. All right, Skip, receivers.
All right, so I was obviously joking a little bit earlier when I put Drew at 12. I was acting emotionally, but I really don't like Drew's receivers. Like I just don't. I don't think they're that good. Keenan Allen, I mean, has he even played yet? Yeah, I guess he played week 1.
He had 11 targets week 1. Only 3
that is
receptions.
a lot of targets. That's
only
not
3
a lot of receptions.
He's got AJB on his bench, to be fair. So
okay, yeah. But
he's
I mean,
out for 3 weeks.
Yeah. So I mean, sorry, Drew, but I really don't like your receivers. So I'm gonna have to go Jordan. I guess he's probably gonna play. I guess Dobbins or Ford or Sutton or Zeke even. I don't know. He's got options, but
he also has a deep squad.
he does.
Sutton struggled.
Yeah. So
I think he probably goes Dobbins or Ford, I would think.
Probably. So I'm gonna lean Jordan on this one.
And then Kyle, we got Kittle versus Freiermuth. Kittle is without Debo and CMC.
This one seems pretty easy, to be honest. Yeah. Unless Cole's got some secrets he's hiding.
No, I don't.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Kittle.
Yeah.
I guess Freiermuth's been better than I thought. I didn't realize he had 6.7 and 7.9. I mean, it's still Kittle all the way, but I just didn't realize he'd been that good.
Right. Yeah, for a tight end, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Then we got Dicker the kicker, McPherson, Ravens versus Dallas.
They're both playing in stadiums that I wouldn't want to kick in. So
yeah,
I don't think kickers are going to be a huge problem in this one.
We'll give them a lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully it's not cold yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right. Cheetah, who you got in this one?
Well, let me look through one more time. I'm gonna go with Jordan. I mean, he's playing the last team in the league, unanimously last ranked team in the league, so I think he'll be able to pull this one.
Skip.
Not changing my power rankings, but I actually kind of like Drew this week.
Wow.
Josh Allen, I don't think Jacksonville defense very good. Achan's good. I mean, Diggs could end up getting the touches. And the big thing is I love Malik Neighbors. Going against Cleveland, I a little worried for Daniel Jones's life. So
Yeah, Miles Garrett might kill.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna lean Drew there on this one.
Wow, Drew gets the upset from Skip. Nice.
Mhm.
All right, and then last but not least, the big game of the week. Who can get their first win under their belt? You guys or the Bottlebrooks with Boone and Steve? Take me through this matchup and what your guys' thoughts are. Since it's your matchup, we'll get both your thoughts for all of it. What do you guys think about the quarterback matchup? Kyle, you go first.
I think we got a higher ceiling but lower floor. I mean, we need Daniels to run for some touchdowns and run for a whole lot of yards. But
Yeah,
CJ Stroud, I mean, he's probably gonna have a solid week regardless. So we need some explosions there. But I don't
yeah, I
know.
think that could be a very high scoring quarterback
Um,
matchup. Cole, what do you think?
Yeah, the only thing that is helping me because Cincinnati defense is fine, but Jaden is also he's not the conventional quarterback. He'll score, at least 13 points probably, but Minnesota's defenses look pretty good. So I could just hope that Stroud does what he never does and throws some picks. So I don't know.
Yeah. All right, running backs. James Cook coming off a huge week. Kyron should be the main guy in LA. Moss has looked good, and White's got a great matchup. What do you guys think?
it's a tough spot, man. After losing one of our main men, but I'm just expecting the same out of Cook again this week. I can't lie, and I think he'll pull us through this one. White, he'll look solid, but I'm not expecting anything crazy out of him. I just hope he gets out there and does his job.
Yeah, I think that's all you can ask from him this
Just
weck.
get a couple points and just let's get through it.
Yeah. Cole.
Yeah, Cook I think is up there with or Kamara. I mean, he could be like one of the steals of the draft, so I'm pretty happy with him. Zamir, I just want him to score a touchdown. Just one touchdown against Carolina, maybe like 60 yards rushing. I just just give me something. Uh,
Touchdown.
yeah, yeah. Kyron got to play San Francisco. That'll be tough, and they're losing like half their offensive line. So
Yeah, they are missing two guys up front.
yeah, but Zach Moss and the next guy we're gonna talk about against Washington defense. Yikes.
Yeah, that could be, they could put up a lot of points.
Yeah.
All right. Receivers among us coming off 21 targets. That was crazy. He was like spoon fed the ball the whole game. Or 19 targets it was. That's crazy. Versus Chase, who really hasn't been getting a lot of targets compared to what we're used to seeing with him. That's a pretty stud. That's a pretty starring matchup for you guys. Two studs. DK coming off a huge week versus Ayuk, who's been really struggling. And then in Jigba, huge week again versus Pittman, who's also been struggling. How do you guys feel about the receivers?
So Amon-Ra against Arizona, love it. But Chase gets to play Washington, so that's probably gonna be a wash. Ayuk's the only guy in San Francisco. I mean, they got Kittle obviously, but Debo out, so I think Ayuk will step up this week. DK scares me, but he'll have Ramsey on him, so that's good. I will say the one thing about Steve's team is that he's got like he's got two Bengals and two Seahawks. So like if one of them has a spike week, like obviously last week DK and Smith and Jigba both had a spike week, but like the odds of that happening are pretty low. So I kind of like that he kind of limits his own upside with that.
Yeah,
So Pittman, I don't know what to think about Pittman. We'll see. Hopefully the Colts bounce back. I think they will, but I just the Bears defense has been pretty good.
pretty tough. Yeah.
So we'll see. But I think we probably it's pretty even, I'd say, in the wide receivers.
You guys aren't giving Thomas the start yet? You don't trust him enough
Uh,
yet?
I mean, he may. I like Brian Thomas a lot. Um, Pittman, I guess. Jalen Johnson, is he the one guarding the number one wide receiver for the Or is he a safety? I don't know.
I think no, he's a corner. I
Okay.
think Johnson might only stay on like one side of the field. I think the Bears kind of switch it up. Though I'm
Okay.
not sure. Like last week, Tyreek Stevenson was getting fried by Collins, so I don't
Okay.
know. Like obviously, like we probably should have had Johnson on Collins, but maybe he was on Diggs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think the only reason we don't play Brian Thomas is because he's only been getting 4 receptions a game or 4 targets a game. Pittman's been getting
Right,
more, so let's just hope he catches more, I guess.
right.
So
And then kicker and oh, I forgot the tight ends. Schultz, what's he been up to? He had a bad week last week, bad week first week. Kincaid's been just as bad. What do you
yeah,
guys think here?
I mean, obviously Kincaid has the upside, but
Yeah, Schultz is like he's usually pretty good, but now he's kind of the fourth or fifth option.
exactly. Yeah,
Ooh, what's Taysom been doing?
nothing,
I don't think much.
nothing.
He's weird. He was kind of a Sean Payton merchant, but he's also weird where he'll get hot for like a couple weeks and then
Yeah,
go back to doing nothing.
Dennis Allen loves him too, but with Kamara being so hot, he hasn't had a chance to score any touchdowns. So
Right,
kind of sucks. That's why we drafted him because we wanted him for the touchdowns, but oh well.
right. Well, it'd be nice if like all their quarterbacks got hurt and you could just put him at tight end and he
Yeah,
plays quarterback.
that would be pretty great.
um, kickers and special teams looks pretty even.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like that our defense plays Tyler Huntley.
yeah,
That's a plus. Dallas has got to play Lamar. That makes me feel pretty good.
yeah, I think you guys got the edge there for
The
sure.
Steelers love kicking field goals. They don't like
They
scoring
do.
touchdowns.
They do.
I
Yeah.
can't lie.
Touchdowns are not our friend. So
Yeah, Boswell's been good.
Boswell is, I mean, he's got the highest percentage from 50 plus of any kicker in the history of the league. So
I didn't know that. Wow.
yeah, he's better than Bum Tucker.
Tucker is a little washed.
He is washed.
I think he's on my team, isn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is. He is.
I can't keep my kickers straight since I have so many teams, but
Did you see that there's only been 2 field goals missed from 50 plus this season, and
And they're both
Justin
Tucker.
Tucker. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Awesome.
it's a shame.
Yeah.
All right, whoops, back to your guys' matchup. I'm guessing you guys think you're gonna win, right?
We're winning. This is the turnaround week.
Well, actually, I think yeah, I'm gonna pick myself. Come on, I'm not picking Steve. Come on,
buddy. I ranked you
come on.
Well, hopefully it works out for you guys and you can get into the win column. Just given that your division seems pretty competitive, especially Warriors kind of at the top right now. You guys are going to need to catch up before you're out of the race. So this is a big week for you guys.
Yeah, no spiral.
Yep.
This week's a big turnaround. And
Yep.
it's just straight up from here.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do a quick game. It's gonna be, it's kind of like wife swap, but not actually, I guess, because you guys aren't swapping with anybody. But like, if you had to pick a manager to co-manage with another manager, who would it be? So you're pairing up, like, let's say I'll throw out a name. I'll throw out like Evan. Who do you think would be the best co-manager to Evan's team? Just because you guys are one of 2 sets of co-managers in the league and obviously have a whole year under your belt of managing together. So you know kind of the ropes and how it works. And then obviously you know everyone in the league pretty well. So who do you think has the best chemistry together or would provide, the best insight for the other person? We'll start with Evan.
This one's easy for me. It's Ethan for sure. I mean, the ass kissing and the group chats between these two is something to be studied. I'm in like 4 different group chats with them. It's the same in every single one. So that one's easy for me. I can't lie.
I was gonna pick Ethan, but just to be different, I'll pick Drew just because on last week's episode they're getting kind of buddy, So yeah, I mean Evan and Ethan in the group chats is it's a funny sight to see. So
Awesome. Now here's the caveat. I'm gonna go through each person. So you guys said Ethan, but I am gonna go through Ethan's team, and if you think there's somebody else that would better co-manage with his team, great. If you think Evan is the perfect match both ways, you can just reiterate that. Brady, who do you think's his best co-manager?
Oh, Brady.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna go back to the old roommate situation and give him Drew.
Drew. I
Yeah.
like that one. Yeah, some people might have more than one team that they would be a good co-manager for. So that's totally fine too. I like that. Cole?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I think personally that I would co-manage pretty well with Brady. Him and I did some projects together in school. Um, and we worked pretty well. So I think I would probably co-manage pretty well with Brady.
I like that. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
feel free to throw yourselves out there as well. Um, Kyle, I know you and Evan work pretty well together. I feel like you could have said you for him as well.
Possibly. I don't know.
All
We've
right.
been button heads when it comes to fantasy.
That's true too. That's true too. Very fair. All right. I think for Brady, I would go Vaughn, or I would have initially said Vaughn, but we saw how that turned out in fantasy baseball. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. They broke up pretty quick. All right, we'll go Lem here.
I'm gonna go my man AJ on this one. No ULM, got some crazy chemistry. I've seen it. And
I like it.
I was between two people here. It was either AJ or me, because Lem and I have like the same football takes.
I like
Like at all
that.
times. So yeah. But you and Lem definitely got the chemistry going on.
Yeah, I manage a team with Lem in baseball, and it's always fun. I feel like he and I would have a fun time managing a team together. I probably would have gone with Steven, just seeing how they were so in love with each other's picks in week one, but
sure.
at the same time that might cause too much groupthink or whatever. So who
Yeah.
knows? All right, obviously we got you guys, and then Steve and Boone are their own co-managed team already, so we'll skip them. Um, what do you think for Ethan,
I'm holding the same over here.
Evan? Yeah,
Yeah.
Cole.
I think that if Ethan had a co-manager, he would quit the league and give his team to his co-manager. So,
Probably.
so I know honestly, genuinely, like I think Ethan is like such an enigma by himself when it comes to fantasy that like I don't even know if he would like or do well with a co-manager. So,
Right, right.
if I had to pick one, it would probably be Evan. But I think Ethan he does his own thing and he enjoys it. So,
Fair, for sure, for sure.
yeah.
All right, what do you think for Vaughn?
I don't know why, but I'm feeling like Jordan. I feel like they might have, had a little bit of a coming apart at some point in these 4 years. I don't really remember. But now I feel like they're kind of the same in some ways. I can't explain it, but I feel like their minds just kind of come together perfectly.
Yeah, it's another roommate connection there. I'm sensing a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
roommate
true.
connections. So Cole,
I think Vaughn and Steve would be good. Uh,
yeah,
because Vaughn uses his emotions a lot when he's playing fantasy sports, and Steve comes off to me as a very logical, like deep thinker kind of guy.
yeah.
So I think they would probably mesh pretty well together. So
I actually love that. That's a very surprising pick that I totally agree with.
yeah.
I like that a lot. I think just yeah, no. I know Steve and Vaughn have only met a handful of times, but I think that it would be a very surprisingly good pairing for sure.
Mhm.
All right. What about Jim?
Honestly, this is funny, but I would kill to see Jim and Brady co-manage together, dude. That would be maybe the funniest thing ever. Like, I know that they got the rivalry going on or whatever right now. Brady hates Jim's guts, so sorry, Brady. Didn't mean to stir this up for you. I know you can't stand Jim, but I genuinely think that they would be so funny working together that I would pay to see that.
Honestly, I might have to follow you on that one, Cole. I think you hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be I think that'd be kind of funny too. Just obviously Jim and Brady haven't met in real life yet. But just some of the chats back and forth have been pretty funny. I think it would be funny to see them try and work together. And I think it actually would work out. You know, they both have great sports minds. So I think they'd figure it out, but it would be pretty funny to
It
see.
would be. It would be.
Steven.
Oh man. I don't know Steven that well, so it's kind of hard for me to like
I kind of agree.
like he's the one guy I think I know the least in this league.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll leave that up for you, AJ. What do you think? Who do you think Steven would be best with?
Again, I mean, I guess I said Lem earlier, but I think the true best partner for him would be Jordan. Steven and Jordan actually have pretty good chemistry together.
All right.
They played. They were in the
Oh, the
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yeah,
They were in the Fortnite squad
Yeah.
together. Um, Steven has actually seen Jordan more recent than anybody else in the league. He went out to Steven was working in Arizona this summer doing his golf thing with the JGA, and then Jordan was doing the minor league baseball stuff. So they kind of crossed paths, and they actually like went out for lunch together. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
So
Wow.
they like randomly linked up, collabed, and like sent me a picture. I'm like, this is so cool. So I think that those two would be a great pairing for sure. Jordan. You guys
Oh man.
keeping Vaughn or switching?
I don't know why, but Vaughn just comes to my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'd have to pick Vaughn for Jordan.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
it. Again, I think I would pick Vaughn or Udi for sure.
Yeah.
And then last one's Drew. Sticking with Brady or somebody else?
Honestly, I kind of think Wurs. I've seen Wurs and Drew be scheming together, cooking up bets, and they kind of seem to agree when it comes to sports. So I think I'm gonna have to throw Wurs in the mix on Drew.
Yeah, I feel like they collab a lot in Vegas Avengers, so I like that.
Yeah, I probably would say Wurs as well. Although I know this goes against everything we just said, but I think Drew and I would be pretty good co-managers too.
Oh, you're walking it back too much.
I may be running this back way too much. I don't know.
Wow.
But I do think Drew and I would be good co-managers, and Drew and I get along pretty well. So
Yeah.
we cook up bets pretty often, or we used to back when we both lived in Bloomington. So
Right. Awesome. Very cool. That was kind of a fun little game. Thanks for playing along, guys. I guess two more questions for you before I let you go. First one is, how do you guys feel about your season right now and the outlook? You know, you're 0-2, but you got a good squad. Where do you think your team's going from here? Cole, we'll start with you. You got Steve. You got Steve and Boone this week. Next week, you guys play
Vaughn.
That's a tough one.
That's he's our rival.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Got to play him twice.
Yeah.
Battle of Indy. And then the next week you play
Wurs.
Evan.
Yeah.
So tough schedule to start the year. What do you guys think?
It is a tough schedule. I think I think we'll be fine. I'm pretty happy with the team we drafted. We've had bad luck. And that's kind of how this whole game is luck. So as long as our luck turns around a little, the Pacheco injury just kind of kills us because he was like our 3rd round pick or something.
Right.
He was our 2nd round pick. So, I don't know. It just sucks, but we'll get it figured out. I'm not worried yet. We got plenty of good guys on the team. we'll bounce back. We're definitely gonna make the playoffs this year. I can see that coming finally after being in the the upstairs bowl last year.
Yeah, the beer bowl is somewhere. The upstairs bowl is somewhere I don't want to be again this year. I hope
Yeah.
hope
Yeah.
I'm not there with you guys.
Will not be attending.
Cheetah, what do you think?
I think we're in a good spot. I mean, we definitely got some tough roads ahead, but I think we'll be okay. I think we might have to maneuver a little bit more this year than we did last year as far as trades and somewhat.
So a little more open to trades this year, huh?
Yeah, I think we might need to do. I mean, when you lose your second round pick,
Right,
that's a
right.
problem. So I think we're gonna have to do a little bit of maneuvering, but I think we're in good shape.
PSA to all those people, you'll probably get like 5 trades from Lem this week after he hears that.
Yeah, well,
But
go ahead and just delete 4 of those because I'm send me your best one.
all right. And then last comments before you guys leave. Anything you guys want to say to the league, Drew Brown, anything like that?
Listen, I had a lot to say, but I'm gonna hold my tongue for now, and I'm gonna see how these next couple weeks go.
All right, all right.
Yeah, no,
Cole?
I mean, I just want to say, like, Drew Brown, this was a reaction from me because you hurt me last week, man. I thought we were tight. I thought we were close. And then you just dogged our team the whole episode. I mean, it was just never ending from the start. And I don't know what I did to you. I don't know what Cheetah did to you, but it hurt. So I want to say that this was a reaction from here on out, where we can be fine. It is what it is. I get it. I don't get it. But I had to say what I said on today's episode because you made me do this, Drew Brown. You did this. You. But no, again, in the future, I don't want to have another skip verse words in the future because that was rough last year. So we're good now, DB. I got my lick back. So I don't
Got
think
his lick
Cheetah
back.
did. So keep an eye on Cheetah.
Yeah,
But
Got his lick back,
hurricane
cleared the air.
over here,
yeah,
dude. We still got beef. Only place that's getting mended is the horseshoe as well. So you're gonna have to come. If you want to figure this out, I'm only talking to you there. When
So
we
it's
say,
just a trip down to the shoe for
yeah,
Drew
man, just
Brown.
put down in the
yeah,
shoe.
to mend the relationship with Drew Brown.
Love it. All right. Any last things before we sign off?
I got nothing.
No,
Cole?
thanks for putting this together, AJ. Appreciate it.
Of course, glad to have you guys on. Glad to catch up a little bit, since I can't see any every day like we used to. Miss you guys.
Miss you guys too. It's not the same down in Bloom.
Yeah, yeah. We'll be back soon though. Looking forward to it.
Ready for it.
And for those of you at home, thanks for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be back for another one next week. And good luck to everybody this week. Peace.
Peace.